Disclaimer: this podcast is intended for mature audiences only. The views and opinions you're about to hear may be offensive, provoking, or disagreeable. Content you're about to hear and see also contain profanity and insulting content that should not be taken personal. If you are under the age of 18 or easily offended, please stop listening now. Thank you.
Hey, Christian, do you know what day it is?
What day is it?
Hump Day! Just joking. It's No Lube Wednesday.
Thank you for joining us. You are now listening to the No Lube podcast. Get ready to dive into the minds of Christian and Carla as they tackle and discuss all the censored issues and conversations that we as people are afraid to talk about. You will hear judgments based on principle, opinions that will shed new light on topics, and thoughts we all have but never say out loud, where real topics meet real people. Get ready for strictly raw and uncut content. And now, your No Lube host, Christian and Carla.
Hello and welcome to the No Lube podcast, podcast number 7. My name is Christian, and as always, your host, Carla.
Hey guys, what's up?
All right, so today we have two very special guests. Her name is Jennifer Perdomo.
Hi guys, I'm back.
We brought her back, and we also have another special guest. His name is Jonathan. He works at Starbucks, so let's call him John from Starbucks.
Howdy.
Cool. So we started the last one with Starbucks. I really want to get some little, I don't know, the insides and outsides of Starbucks. So Jonathan, do you have anything?
Christian's just fascinated with this corporate Starbucks thing that's obviously making more money than he is. So he's just really
Wow, you don't know that, Carla.
He's really into that. So we've got Jonathan here, who's a barista, professional barista.
Professional, yeah, pro. I don't get paid enough.
So anything that's going on at Starbucks that we don't know about?
Yeah, what's the scoop? What's
the
new?
tea?
What's new at Starbucks?
Spill the beans.
Yeah, usually like people ask the same kind of like boring questions where it's like, oh, how long did it take you to learn to make all the drinks or blah blah blah. But yeah, like there is not sketchy stuff, but I guess when there's like customers that kind of are a pain in the ass, like when you're in the drive-thru, when you take their order and you can already tell they're being like annoying. The common one is like to do decaf in their drinks, so you do decaf shots instead of the regular one, because they don't really know the difference. But you know. So it's
do
like
you ever get people coming back for that?
No one ever complained, because I think it's one of those things where it's like you can't really prove it, where it's like you're kind of like, okay, it tastes like just like coffee, so. Maybe I just didn't get enough of it, or
is decaf? What's more, having regular coffee or ordering decaf, or is it the same price?
No. Oh, the price?
Yeah. So are you really like ripping them off some way by
or
giving?
Are you doing them a favor?
No, you're not. No, I think it's the same price. You're not ripping them off. You're just not giving them the caffeine. If it's like the morning and they're trying to get to work. Which is
what I want.
Yeah.
Which is what I want, a shot of espresso, and then there's no there.
If it's like 8 in the morning and they're trying to get to work and they like want to be up all day and then
2 hours later,
but they just happen to be a dick, yeah. And they'll get decaf and they're not gonna have the energy that they need to get through the day.
Anything else that happens over at Starbucks that we don't know about?
The decaf one, that's like a common one that people probably get hit with. Another one, I heard this from a buddy from a different Starbucks, but he said it's like really petty, but it's like if you crack the straw, if someone's getting an iced drink, iced coffee,
that's fucking savage,
or tea, if you crack the straw like a glow stick or just like a twig or something, just real quick, like a snap, the straw will like split like a little bit, and then it's just gonna be a bitch for them to drink. They're not gonna enjoy it. It's like the littlest, pettiest thing, but you know that it would get you pissed off, and it for sure gets them mad. So it's kind of like a little thing that we do. You just kind of like be nice at the window, but then you know that you're giving them a kind of fucked up drink. So
that's funny. I wonder if other restaurants like do some other shit like that.
I'm sure everyone does at one point. I'm sure. But I was in the last podcast. I was talking about how I'm so angry at the fact that people get upset when I order just regular coffee and I do a pour. What is it? A pour over?
Oh, you do that in the drive-thru?
I mean,
like, you're getting the.
Yeah.
So how long does that usually take?
It's like 5 minutes or less.
It's like 5 minutes, but it's like 5 fucking minutes that I don't want to spend making a drink.
But you see what I'm saying?
No.
You see what I'm saying though? But I'm going to Starbucks for fucking coffee.
Okay, wait, what time do you go? Because they're
John, I hardly ever go.
Okay, but a pour over for what?
But when I do, because I don't like Pike Place. I don't like Pike Place. And you always have Pike Place. You never have like Verona or like the Guatemalan one. So it's like I always ask like, can you just give me? I'm paying you to give me my fucking coffee, and you're gonna be bitching about because you're working at a coffee place.
Okay.
And you're not, and you're gonna be bitching about 5 minutes.
True. Okay, hold on. So,
but see his face already, like, oh, you're one of those people.
Because it's just if it depends what time you go, but. Usually most Starbucks.
It's a coffee place.
By 11 a.m. in the morning, when that's like the main rush of like the morning of everyone trying to get to work, people that actually like really need coffee. Okay, hold on.
Oh, sorry,
Jennifer.
I'm not
like in the morning, pretty much it's just like by 11 we have like Pike, we have Dark Roast, and we have Blonde. Those are like the three, and fucking decaf.
And the fucking shittiest ones that you guys have roasting.
Whatever. We have 4 different types of coffees for you guys.
So what's the worst time to like literally show up to Starbucks?
Well, that's what I'm saying. By 11, if you like want a specific type of blonde, decaf, Pike, or dark, by 11 we say, okay, we're gonna take it fucking easy, and we're just we're gonna just brew Pike. So
which is the shittiest one?
It's the medium roast. So it's just like. It's not blonde, it's not dark. It's just the one in the middle.
We're gonna take it. Hey guys, we're at a coffee shop. We're gonna take it easy, and
we have 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, you're frustrating them already, Carla. Wow.
Like I'm at work.
How many?
I'm gonna snap your straw.
It's a good thing I don't go to Starbucks.
Yeah. No, okay, but after most Starbucks, after 11, it's just Pike. To make it easier for like brewing purposes, that way you're not having to control all these different ones. Because then a lot of them, not a lot of people get blonde after whatever. People are just less picky for hot coffee, straight coffee after like during afternoon times. That's when like everyone starts ordering fucking fraps or like teas, right?
So what's the difference if I just want a cup of coffee?
Okay, so here's what it is. So if you want to do a specific pour over, we have to bring out a whole little like kit to make
a whole little kit
pour over. And usually it's not that bad. If we're not busy, okay, dude, I'll do your pour over, whatever. But if it's like, if you come in at like 2 p.m. or something, anytime in the afternoon, everyone's ordering fraps. Drive-through, everyone is ordering fraps. One car will get like 4 or 5 different fraps for them and their shitty kids.
So shitty kids. Me with my brothers.
But then that's just one car. So one car orders 4 fraps. That takes like an extra like however many minutes. And we have 5 other cars in the drive-through.
Inconveniencing you at a coffee shop for coffee.
Okay, fraps are barely coffee. That's like barely a little bit of coffee.
Thank you.
If you're getting like the people that get like their double shots or their cold brew or whatever, it's like okay, you come here for coffee. If you're getting a frap, one girl in the morning, she's like, yeah, I really need coffee right now. Can you get me a caramel frap? There's hardly any coffee in that fucking thing. It's mostly milk and it's like whipped cream.
Does the green tea have coffee in it?
The green tea has a little bit of caffeine,
but
it's not. Wait, the green, like the matcha or the green
frappuccino?
The frappuccino, barely.
Oh, thank you.
Barely.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna see Jennifer give it to her little brothers now because it hardly ever has caffeine.
And see, like one car, if we're not busy or whatever, it's fine. Okay, one car they get fraps, whatever. But it's like when we're backed up. Also, the whole thing about the drive-through is like the concept of the drive-through is to expedite orders, and then people come in with like a $30 order in the drive-through.
Well, but that's what happens when you have the choice to customize every single drink, right? Because you have like 1 pump this, 2 pumps that, and add this, but add. Not milk, but this milk, or brew it, or don't brew it.
Is there something you can't do, like a super bizarre drink? Like, say, like, I show up and I go like, oh yeah, I want this tea, I want this tea, I want this coffee, I want, I don't know, fucking milk, I want fucking a croissant in there.
Like I want the, I want
deny me?
Like, I want to make sure that the gnomes picked my beans for this one.
The only thing we can't do is like we can't put like we can't put food in the, like if people have asked like, oh, can you blend like the brownie in there? We can't do that because like.
Saying cold stone.
Food contamination or something, like a little, like the residue will stay in the blender, and then the next person might be
Who
fucking
wants
allergic.
Brownies in their shit.
Ask.
Hey, I brought my own potatoes. Can you throw them in there real quick?
Yeah.
That's funny though. That's really interesting.
Yeah. But but also okay, I wouldn't mind a pour over in the cafe if you came in and you're like whatever pour over.
Oh, if I wasn't in the drive-through, I always order it.
Okay,
in person.
If you come in, then that's fine. But if people do that in the drive-thru, oh, can you do a pour-over? And it's like, dude, that's like you're going to take up 5 minutes of our time. Also, it's not that bad, but then they're on our ass about drive times. That's what people don't understand, especially in the morning. They want us to have quick drive times because that, like, reflects, I don't know what, in the district. But I know that they yell at us all the time for our drive-through time.
John, you seem really like passionate about working at Starbucks. Let me ask you this question. Hopefully this doesn't get you fired, but is Starbucks worth it?
It is. Honestly, I would say it is.
So what sets Starbucks apart from...
Throughout everything, it is.
Okay, so what sets
Because
Starbucks
of the
apart
pay?
from like literally going to a fucking mom and pop's coffee shop and getting
Why
a
should I
cup of
choose
coffee?
Starbucks
Yeah.
over me
Why
going
pay
to,
that extra money?
Me going to freaking my favorite Jack and getting coffee.
Jack in the Crack?
And,
Your
or
homeboy Jack?
my buddy Jack, yeah.
Well, as a customer, I would say, okay, let me answer as like a partner. That's
Okay.
what we call it.
Real
As a
quick,
partner.
let me just give a shout out to Starbucks.
Yeah.
In case we say something stupid, please don't fire John.
Yeah.
Starbucks, go ahead, John.
And I'm not getting any commission for hyping them up, but it's a good job because it's pretty good pay. It's like I think a little like maybe $1 max more than like minimum wage, and then you get like benefits. You can like do some 401k plan, and then they like match it, whatever. After like every like year or something, they give you like a little bonus.
So would you say that you can make Starbucks a career?
You definitely can. My sister has done it. My boss has been there for like 11 years. I don't see myself going down that route, but you definitely can make pretty good money for it. They are very flexible with your schedule.
So they do have those tiers where, like, for example, in and out that you start out as a like line cook, then you start cutting potatoes and I don't know what, and like you're a cashier, shit like that.
Yeah, you can move up to be like a lead and then like assistant manager. They have like plans, and it's just really all up to you. It's a good job. Like,
So
I think wasn't I'm not gonna mention names because she's really high up there, but your sister was a coffee master as well.
oh yeah, I think they might have.
what the
just
fuck's a
stopped-
coffee master?
Yeah,
Dude, those coffee masters, it's like
Black belt in coffee or
like
what?
legit
literally
like
a black apron.
yeah, it's a you wear a
What the
black
fuck?
yeah.
Oh.
It's like you literally what she had to do. I think is like you can put out the cups right, and she literally had to taste them all and like can identify and you know and like smell like you have to like it's like wine tasting. You have to like smell it. You have to taste it.
There's a whole
like yeah.
like science to it. And
I didn't know
there's, like,
Starbucks was this serious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, in my
they
interview,
get like sometimes they have
yeah.
pins. Like when they're wearing pins, is because they've accomplished like X amount of stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
they like try to teach you in my interview. I remember she was like, okay, we're gonna taste like a few flavors. You have to know like the different types of coffees. So you know how to like talk to customers about what they want. Blah blah.
Yeah, this is water.
blah blah blah. Yeah. But yeah, I think they
Like
just
this Jack in
stopped
a Box.
doing the coffee master thing. But like that was the thing. You just like you take some course. And then you get like at the end of it like a black apron that says like coffee master on
Yeah.
there. But I think they just stopped that this past year.
Yeah.
Was the pay like up there?
Aw, bring it back.
Was the pay up there?
I don't think that you get a different like I don't think it changes your pay, but it
Oh,
just
never
you get a black
Just-
apron and then you
It just
kinda
looks
feel
cool,
like a
though. I
badass.
think-
Just imagine like you're at a party or something, you meet someone and they go like, "Hey, what do you do for like a living or some shit?" I'm a coffee master
Coffee
at
master, yeah.
Starbucks.
I
They
think
do
it-
like
I
barista
think it's cool.
championship too. That's
Yeah.
like something they do where it's like people that do like latte art and stuff. Like every year they'll do like a championship throughout the district. And
All right, I
people,
feel like
compete.
Starbucks is getting a bit too serious here on this one, which is completely
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
crazy. But
All in all,
Like
I just want my basic coffee
It's
at
a
a
decent-
decent
yeah.
price. That's
Yeah.
all I want. Like I don't even care about any of the ice shit. Like I don't care. Like just coffee. Like $1.
John, let me ask you this, since you know coffee. So this is a question I asked both of them
Mhm.
on the last podcast. How much money is too much money for coffee?
Okay, that's where it gets biased because since I work there, I get the shit for free. So honestly, everything there is a little fucking overpriced. Like if my regular drink, I'm a white girl, so it's like
Whoa.
I get like my drink is like a white girl. It's like a grande iced soy white mocha. That's about it. But even that is like almost $6, but I get that every day. So if I'm spending $6 every day, what 6 times 7? My math is horrible, but what?
42.
$42.
Let's just say a lot of money.
A lot of money.
A week?
$42 a
42
week. So that's at least
Just on one drink.
just on one drink. If I had that one drink daily, so $80.
That's over $160 a month.
Yeah.
Since
On
you know
one
coffee,
drink,
on a
coffee,
Mhm.
can you make this fucking Starbucks drink at home and save yourself some money or not?
No, I mean, if I bought like white mocha, no, honestly I couldn't. With our at my house
Yeah.
specifically, our machine, it's just like straight coffee. I don't have the the
We have
espresso.
the
So you
Keurig.
need
The
the
Keurig. What is it?
Yeah, I
the
would
Keurig?
need the white mocha. I would need like
Yeah.
the espresso beans, not just like the coffee. I would need soy milk. We don't have soy here.
Yeah.
Are you
We're not that woke. Yeah, in our household.
Are you a big coffee drinker though,
Yeah.
or do you only do Modelo's?
I actually never drank coffee for like 21 years. I think I got hired at 21. I didn't drink coffee for like ever my whole life until I started working at Starbucks.
So Starbucks literally changes your life.
Yeah,
basically.
it does. Yeah.
No pun intended. But anyways, let's move on. I wanted to talk about the genius or stupid idea segment.
All right.
Like always, Carla, you always tell me that I never bring any ideas to the table.
I'm carrying this
Which
podcast.
I started this freaking
Oh my god.
segment here.
He's like challenging.
But hold up, I have two of them.
Okay.
First of all, it's gonna be a special treat. So two of them. Let's start out with a really basic one.
Okay.
I think it's a stupid idea, but I mean I still want it. So, so it's this harness that you buy. It's like a gun holder, but instead of holding your guns, it has a little pocket where it holds your wallet and your phone. So let me just tell you my opinion on it. I feel like it looks cool as fuck, but it's stupid because I feel like if you go into the hood and you're wearing this shit and a cop sees you, you're getting shot.
You look like a douche, though. Like you're trying to act all hard by having a harness, but you're only carrying your cell phone and your wallet.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna start walking differently too.
I mean-
like,
I mean, they don't know there's a wallet in there or a phone in there. What do you think about that, John? Would you get something like that?
It honestly, I mean, it does sound cool. Like a harness sounds cool. Like there's a whole cowboy thing that
Yeah,
I'm
there
into,
you go.
and I feel like you'd be like quick on the draw.
stand-up.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't travel to the hood very often, but I could see how that could be a problem.
So what's your area? Where do you hang out, John?
South Whittier's is as hood as it gets, but
okay.
Wow.
I don't know if I'd walk around with just the
I mean, if you wanna,
holster. Yeah.
Get
How
a
much
meat-
is it? If it's like under $10,
what's
I
the
would
price?
get
no,
it.
no,
yeah.
like, okay, it's kind of expensive, but
What
before
would
you
would
jump
call
on it,
What would you call it?
before you jump on it, look, it's expensive because it's made out of leather, so it gives you like the leather option.
Oh, so you can't get
It's- No, you can't get a plastic one, but the leather one, it's like around 150.
Oh no, no,
Bye.
no.
But
Yeah.
imagine how badass you're gonna look. Like you're gonna be
Don't
literally
look
I'd
badass.
rather buy real
We
guns.
saw it. I saw it.
Yeah,
I saw it on that guy. The guy was like, he was wearing. I'm like, look at this idiot. Like, what are you like?
Was he walking differently?
I don't know. He was just like, same thing. He carries a purse. It's still, you're still carrying all your essentials.
This is gonna sound sexist as fuck, but I think it's a man thing, Carla. It's honestly a man thing right there.
She's gonna unplug her now.
I know. How do you know? How
It
do you?
is.
How does that make you more of a man by wearing?
I'm not saying it
fucking
makes you
holster?
more of a
The
man, but I feel like
appeal.
it's intended for a guy.
If Jennifer, if you saw someone right wearing a holster and like. First of all, if he's carrying a gun, that you're stupid.
Oh shit.
Because like you're just walking in public with a gun. Second of all, if you just see like, oh, it's not even a fucking gun now. Now you're not even hard. Now you're just carrying your cell phone and your wallet. Are you like, oh, this guy's attractive?
No, it's not gonna make
Wow.
it any more or less attractive.
All I'm gonna
Not
say
for
is,
me.
all I'm gonna say is, haters are gonna hate.
And then the 150. Oh, you're crazy.
That's too much.
I think
Yeah.
that's just for your self-esteem.
Wow.
You know, if you wanna be feeling yourself.
This is
And-
why Jennifer's not gonna be on the next podcast. Just saying.
Yeah.
Anyways, let me give you the second one. So the second stupid or genius idea. I really want to get your opinion on this one. So hold your thoughts, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in Michigan,
Yeah.
they have this thing called hunting license for unicorns. So you can get a legit license to go hunt the mystical creature of a unicorn. Before you say something, unicorns aren't a real thing.
What?
the Also, before we go on, don't ask for the unicorn frap at Starbucks. We're never gonna get it back.
does that still, okay, thank
People
God.
ask.
I'm like,
It's been a year. People still
oh
ask.
man.
But
Is there
go
like
on,
a
go.
secret like recipe that like you have
No,
or
no. They sent us like ingredients,
They're
but
like,
we never
nah.
got it again.
okay?
But sorry, go back to unicorn license.
So what do you think about that? Any thoughts, Jennifer?
Me? I mean, what do you have to do to get this?
I think it's free to anybody that wants to apply. You just go to the University of
Okay.
Michigan, which offers it for free,
Okay.
and that's pretty much it.
Right, and so I mean, I don't know what's the whole point of it. Like, they ain't real, so
If they were real, though, why would you want to like kill it? Wouldn't you be
yeah.
like, or fuck. I mean, I guess that'd be. It's like people that have like those head statues in their
But you
house
see,
and
look,
then
I was
everyone-
reading up on it earlier, and it was saying that you're only allowed to kill one every year.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Why would you want to kill it?
So now we're make believing an animal, and now you're limited to how many times you can kill
Yeah,
one.
what if you're like shoom the fuck out and like you see a fucking horse with like I don't know wearing something on its head and you're like it's a fucking unicorn. I really think it's a stupid as idea, but I
Yeah.
mean, imagine like meeting people and you go like, yeah, I have a fucking license to fucking hunt unicorns.
So is
Imagine
that-
how
that's a
badass you
government
must like
thing?
seem.
Badass?
Yeah, it's like
I'm-
a legit government
Like
thing.
you tell me, I'm like you are on some fucking another fucking level because now you're making up shit. Like I don't know what else you're
What if
making
you're
up.
like at
But then it's
EDC or something and you're like fucking shoom the fuck out or some shit and you tell somebody else that's like pill the fuck
well,
out.
then I
There's
can
no
tell.
EDC in
I can.
Michigan.
Yeah.
No, not in Michigan, but I'm just saying you travel to EDC.
That's like saying you have a fucking sheriff's badge and that you can get like at fucking Disneyland and just say I'm a sheriff and you're really not.
Yeah,
I mean, a
that's
sheriff's
like
a sheriff.
Thinking I'm enlisted because I like Kiss and I'm in the Kiss Army, but I'm not really like in the army. Wait, but if you have the license in Michigan, you can do it. You can hunt unicorn in other states,
I don't think you can.
so it's only in Michigan.
I feel like
right?
another state would just
Wait,
lock you up.
Is this like an excuse? Like okay, so I get in Michigan, right? I get my unicorn's license to hunt, right? So does that allow me to get my fucking rifle and travel down the road hunting for a unicorn that obviously doesn't exist, but now I'm fucking terrorizing this whole city because I have a license to hunt a unicorn and I'm just walking around with a gun.
Well, first of all, I don't know what the gun laws are in fucking Michigan, so I'm not even gonna go there. But
Well,
I
then
mean,
how can you get a license?
hold up,
if-
hold up,
how
hold
do
up,
you
hold
get
up.
a license
But I
without
mean,
that?
like, if you're walking in the fucking like I don't know, in the fucking
Where do unicorns
forest or
hang
some
out?
shit, and like, a fucking unicorn just randomly pops out, and you kill it,
I
then
mean, why
you don't
do
go to
wanna
jail for
kill
it.
it though? Like for what purpose?
I don't know. People do stupid shit, right?
Like I understand if you go killing or hunting, to like survive or maybe like to I don't know, maybe eat it or something, right? But I mean, I don't think there's a need for that.
I mean, if they did exist, the whole purpose of it is because you can't really find unicorns because they're so rare.
So they're just getting money from
so-
this like
Oh shit!
easy
yeah.
way to get money. They're just like, all right, these dumbasses are gonna think that there's a unicorn out there.
Actually,
So then, is it a genius idea?
no. On the no.
In a business side,
On
you're
a
making
bus-
money.
on a
You're
business
making
side,
money
I
off of
guess,
people.
yeah.
No, it's the government that's handing these over, right?
Yeah.
So then the government's just fucking taking our money as usual. So no,
But
it's
they're
not.
just finding
you have
another
to
kind of.
pay?
Yeah, you have to apply to get your
license.
license.
You have to
yeah.
apply to get a license.
Well, that's what I was asking. How much? I mean, do you know how much you have to pay for that?
I actually don't know what it is.
I don't think it
amount of
matters.
However much
Yeah.
money.
It doesn't matter. They're taking
But
your money.
okay, keep in mind. Keep in mind. Look, it can be a business. The reason why is because
If I was
say
doing it,
say
yeah.
you got one. Say you got a license, right, Carla? You're not gonna fucking go hunt a fucking unicorn with your bare hands, right?
No, that's
What are you gonna do? You're gonna go
no,
buy a gun.
that's what
You're
I'm
gonna buy
saying.
some gear. You're gonna buy a bunch of
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. Like I can't. Like if that's the whole premise, I'm gonna be walking around the streets looking for this unicorn. I'm really just walking down with guns.
Yeah. Now you got finessed.
Yeah.
So
and
is it a stupid idea or a
yeah,
fucking
it's
genius
stupid
idea?
Genius in the
Along
sense
with,
that they did
along
it.
with look, there's your picture. Tell me.
Oh my god.
Tell me what the fuck is this on the holster? Like you're gonna tell me?
Wait, what is this called again?
Oh my god.
I don't know. It's called the. I don't even know what it's called, but I want
Wallet
one.
and
I
phone
just
holster,
put
yeah.
I just put wallet and phone strap.
Okay,
All right,
so she's
we'll
showing
try
her a
to
picture.
we'll try to put
The
that
guys
picture
are,
up there
like,
on Instagram so you guys can check it
Chewing
out.
over it,
It does
but
look
Carl and I
pretty
were
cool.
like, "What? No,
Tell me that's not fucking cool.
Oh my god!
I guess any holster just looks kind of cool.
There you go.
but yeah.
you guys."
Look at this fool! Look at this fool right here! Like, no. Come on, guys.
That's fucking crazy right there. That looks pretty
That
cool.
doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, it
Oh,
That
doesn't
doesn't
look
look too bad. That looks.
Look, with a nice dress shirt,
Yeah.
nice dress
Oh
pants.
my
That,
God.
And then
the
you
guy
have
in
that.
picture, yeah.
Okay,
You
you
look
know what?
legit.
I think you want this more like an accessory, right?
Yes, it is
Yeah,
an accessory.
yeah.
All
It
right.
is.
Well, there you go. I mean, if that makes you feel good, like for us, like I would you.
Look at $130 for this shit.
She's all speechless.
Look at this. 130. No.
Yeah, so it's an accessory. So it's whatever makes you guys feel comfortable. If that makes you like say, it makes you feel cool, go
You know
for
what?
it.
I'm done getting like shitted on by you, Carla. Let's move on, John. Do you have anything interesting you want to talk about?
No, well, real quick, back to the genius idea or whatever. I feel like that could only exist in Michigan because no one else is gonna like that will not pass in California because no one's gonna fucking believe that. But in Michigan,
But say they do offer it in California, would you like? And it's free. Say it's free, right?
Okay.
Would you go get one just to have one?
free? No,
$3.99.
Because I wouldn't have anything to kill it with, or
It doesn't.
I'd have to.
but I mean-
I'd have to like spend a day off to go get one, and no.
But I mean, it's an extra license you have. The more you have, the better, right?
No.
No.
Wow. Okay.
No,
I mean-
I wouldn't do it.
Fuck all of you guys.
Yeah.
I'm getting one if they bring it to
You're too
California.
lit about this.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, if I come across a
want
fucking unicorn and I fucking kill a unicorn and I bring it to you guys, that's it. I'm just gonna fucking laugh at all of you guys, okay?
Yeah, for sure. I will let you. You bring me back a fucking unicorn. I will let you.
You know what, John? I want free Starbucks for an entire year. If I ever fucking bring you a fucking unicorn.
I'll make it happen. I'll talk to Howard Schultz.
But moving on, Carla, anything?
No, I mean, we're talking about like stupid people. I definitely have a actual. Oh, actually, no. Let's move on from the stupid people because we have enough of those out in the world, right? I was, everyone knows that the royal babies was born, right? The
Okay.
Prince,
Oh, I forgot his name.
Prince Harry and Meghan, right? So this dude got fired. This radio personality got fired because he announced that they had a baby, right? And he posted on his Twitter announcing that, hey, the royal baby had arrived. But he posted a picture of it's a real picture from the 1920s, right?
Okay.
Of the king and queen, walking out with a chimp. And so he, I mean, this might get a little racy, but so he posts like the royal baby leaving the hospital, and it's like a chimpanzee,
Wow.
right? So, I mean, he gets fired of this because,
What, disrespectful?
Yeah, I
or-
want to say disrespect.
disrespectful because it's the royal family. Number two, is it racist because she's black and he's not?
But isn't that your first, like...
Oh, maybe that's why.
Wow.
Is the guy who posted it white?
Yeah, he's. I mean, it's this dude right here.
Oh.
I mean, so he gets fired. Now, we're talking about canceling, or canceling culture or whatever. So he loses his job. Justified? He says it was a joke. He says it's like he never intended to be any racist thing.
I honestly would see that as a joke. I don't see that that's... He shouldn't have got fired. I mean, he kind of looks like a douchebag, but... It's a little... it's a little monkey.
I mean, well, keep in mind, guys, this is the first interracial, right?
Yeah.
Baby in like royal family, so I don't know. I guess it's a little too sensitive for some people, but yeah, I agree with John. I think he does. It doesn't give a good image on. Wait, what's the guy's name again? I'm sorry.
I don't know this guy's name. This guy's name is Danny Baker.
Okay, well, Danny. Yeah, it doesn't make you look any better. I mean,
Wait, the people in the photo, are they from England or right?
Yeah.
Is it England?
Yeah. They're some type of aristocrats or whatever, and it's just like they dressed up this monkey in like.
So it's not completely out of like context, right?
I just feel like people are just too sensitive with shit. And another thing is, okay, aren't you protected with like the First Amendment? Like freedom of speech also covers like freedom of fucking image, right?
Here that's what we're talking about, like.
Because
so
at that point, like they're fucking like.
Then again, this isn't
Going against it.
This isn't the United States. This is London. So
True.
I
I thought this. Wait, was this news reporter or whatever the fuck he is?
No, he's
Is
from
he here in London?
No, he's
okay.
in London.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then
So
that makes sense.
He posted it and then
Fuck him then. Honestly.
the end.
Mic drop.
Case closed.
So he got fired because he posted that on his Instagram, on his Twitter, and he got axed. So
Interesting. Well, talking about babies,
who?
John, before we started recording, you mentioned something about circumcision.
Oh, circumcision, yes.
Any interesting facts about circumcisions?
So, well, no, I don't know of any facts, but, shit. Why does Mavilla make me cough, dude?
Just a heads up, if John dies on the podcast,
he signed a waiver, so it's.
I hope
it's,
No Lube has insurance.
It's good. Here, so you swallow it. Or...
No, I'm good. Okay, so my girlfriend's sister is having a baby, and over dinner the other night they were talking about
dinner.
Over dinner, yeah. They were talking about if the baby comes out to be a boy, if they would like circumcise it, and then one of her sisters is like super like SJW, I guess. Hopefully she doesn't hear this, but yeah, she's just like,
let's hope she does so we get more listeners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Like,
spread the word.
she's like, oh, that's like mutilation or whatever, and then saying all this stuff about how she just learned in class about all these like female mutilations in like I don't know where it's at actually. What, India? Is that where they do it? Or no, I don't want to say the wrong spot, but like where they do all the fucked up, like where they chop off like the woman's like clitoris during like, but they do that shit when they're like fucking 13. So it's different.
It's like
I
a
guess
rites
it's
of passage, right? Or something
yeah,
like
it's
that?
like their
Okay.
whole culture or whatever. So, but obviously here in America, I think it's pretty like common for a little newborn baby male to get circumcised. I don't know. I guess some people are kind of like controversial.
Yeah, because in
about
like the
topic.
Jewish community, that's like a must.
That's like normal for them.
Yeah,
But
it's
then
a
some
must.
people that aren't Jewish get their child circumcised.
And I was surprised about this because in the Hispanic community, that's somewhat of a big deal. And I really thought that being circumcised didn't matter to the Hispanic people, but I guess I was wrong. But yeah, and something interesting about that. So I have a friend that he's from the Philippines. He was telling me that in the Philippines, children do get circumcised.
Okay.
And what ends up happening with that extra skin, is this is gonna sound kind of nasty. So if you're listening,
Get your
I don't
barf
know.
bag ready.
exactly, the father eats it.
The father, I'm down with that.
Oh, what?
Sharing is caring, right? Give half to the mom.
It's better than.
Yeah,
True,
split
true,
it.
true, true.
I mean, the women go through a lot enough. Like, let's get some rituals. And
Why does the
traditions.
father have to eat it though? Is it like
I don't know. It's like a
your fault?
cultural.
Kind of thing?
It's it's a
You
cultural
did
thing.
this.
It's a cultural thing. I don't know. It's just weird.
Wow.
I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't eat it?
I wouldn't eat it. If the mom wants to eat it, go ahead, eat it. But I'm not gonna eat it. Anyways,
Is it cooked or is it like raw, like straight, like chopped off?
I don't know if that makes a difference, but
deep fried,
deep
circumcision.
throw a bit of pepper on there and like just a bit of
Deep
spices.
fried foreskin.
Some sazon.
But another thing,
Calamari.
calamari. Wow, I can never eat a fucking calamari ever again, Carla. Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
Wow. Anyways, but John, you mentioned something about
There goes boiled
in the
pepper.
Armenian culture that
Oh yeah,
something with the
like this,
lip to penis shit. I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah,
You explain it.
yeah,
You
some
explain
type of job. This like my middle school like girlfriend was like Armenian, and she was saying how she had just had like a newborn like a baby brother, and she's like, yeah, like my grandma like kisses like my brother's penis, like she just like kisses it.
Wait. Hold on.
Carla, that face you just made. Say what you gotta say.
Like, when you say kisses it, was it just that one time or like
no,
often?
like a multiple like. Oh,
Occasions?
the baby's crying, or like, oh, I don't
The
know.
baby
like,
is crying. Let me kiss his fucking dick.
Yeah.
How does that? Wait, what? I don't know
Yeah.
if that's like taboo or like child fucking like
I would have to ask her
pedophilia
again,
or what, but that's just weird.
So it's a show of affection, then. That's the reason
yeah,
why they're
I mean,
doing it.
yes, in their head, I guess it's like affection. It's fucking weird. I think it's
Yeah.
weird, but
Were you there when it
are
happened?
just-
I wasn't. No, oh god, no,
No,
I wasn't there. No,
Don't
she
don't
just
worry,
told
John.
me.
Child
John tried it
there.
also.
Yeah. I started crying in front of her, and I was like, what? Yeah.
Let me cry real quick.
Yeah. It didn't work, but I guess it's just like a baby thing. But
You imagine?
I just got it.
talking about all this like kissing shit. Carla, I know you brought up something about Maluma or some
Oh
shit.
yeah, they were.
What was that about? Because you
man.
said something that's making like headlines
So who
all
is
over.
Maluma, first of all.
Let you explain it.
Oh, Maluma, he is. Wait, he is a singer. I can't remember if he's
Spanish singing.
Yeah, a Spanish singer, Hispanic one, and yeah,
pretty famous. Pretty famous.
Yeah.
Right, I would say.
especially with the girls.
Yeah. And I guess recently he for Mother's Day he he posted a picture on his Instagram, being affectionate with his mom. He gave a kiss to his mom.
How affectionate.
So a lot of people were like thinking like, okay, well, you know, is it that bad or not? So the thing about it is that he kissed her on the lips.
Hot.
Wow, John.
So a lot of people are making it like, oh well, he's in the Hispanic community. There's a lot of kissing, so it should be fine. But the thing is, like, okay, it's on the lips, and everyone's like, well, I feel like there should be a line drawn between
like a peck on the lips, or
so he posted his picture on Instagram. I'm sure this picture, and we'll probably put it up or whatever.
smooch.
You guys judge this.
So this is Maluma again, famous artist, whatever, posting his picture of his mom, and that.
Oh, okay, no. Yeah, maybe a quick peck. Maybe he's grabbing her face. He's palming her cheeks, right? He's like.
I don't even know what the fuck to say about that.
So a lot of people, they were talking about it. And I'm like, oh yeah, he's clearly grabbing her face, so that's whatever. So a lot of people are like, well, no, she has to push. He's pushed back, and they're like, no, she's also grabbing him by the waist.
Yeah, his love handles.
Yeah, so you know,
he's got a grip on her. His knuckles are white.
Oh.
No, okay, they're not that bad, but he's holding her pretty close.
Yeah, they're fucking kissing.
You wanna hear something that's like related to that made like big headlines like a couple of weeks ago?
Yes.
I don't know if it's still making headlines, but there's this YouTuber, super famous YouTuber. I'm sure a lot of people know him. He's called Prank Invasion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he did this prank that he uploaded. It's a video where he named it "Kissing My Sister Prank." I don't know how the fuck it was a prank, but he like makes out with his sister, right? And it wasn't just like one time.
Wait,
he,
what?
Like literally.
This is.
Wait,
It was a prank.
Real
yeah,
sister?
his real sister.
Oh
And
no.
he named it like "Kissing Sister Prank." I don't know how the fuck that's a prank, but I mean, he did it more than once. Like he kissed her in the video, and then he pauses, he says some shit, and then he kisses her again. And this isn't just like a fucking Maluma fucking little kiss.
Maluma.
This is like making
Make
Maluma.
out?
It makes Maluma what Maluma did like
Nothing.
seem innocent.
Child's
He literally
play.
went
Child's
on
play.
like just straight full on make out with his sister. I don't know if this is hold up. Before you say something, I don't know if this is stupid or not because I mean his channel got a lot of fucking views. That video got a lot of views. Not saying that it's okay. I'm not justifying it, but I mean I don't
Genius or
know.
Stupid.
It's just there you go. I mean, you can make it a genius or stupid idea.
Of trying to make out with your sister?
No, hold up, Carla. Before you go on, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that making out with your sister is okay. I mean, if you're into that shit, you're into that shit. I'm not gonna fucking judge you, but that's just something else for me. It's just stupid. But I mean,
So
there's cons and pros to what he did.
No. Explain to me. First of all, let's go back. Let's basic stuff, right? Let's get real on this prank. So his prank was to kiss his sister.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
it's
really
not
remember
even
it.
It's not even a pic. You're talking about
Full on making out.
making out.
Yeah.
That's the prank.
Yeah, well,
Was
this
his
guy,
sister
this
good
guy-
looking?
Hold up.
No, hold up.
I mean, I can
No,
like
this guy's
tag her on the
crazy.
fucking Instagram if you guys like. I don't know about tagging her. Never mind, cause not trying to fucking end our podcast here. But I mean, he's known for literally having these pranks where he picks up random strangers and he makes out with them.
Yeah.
Get me?
That's some like porn shit.
So
It's borderline.
yeah,
Wrong.
but I mean, it gets some views. It pays his bills. But anyways, he made this prank where I think he was playing with his sister like Kai Pai
Wait.
Bo or something. But if he lost, I mean, he has to make out with his sister or some shit like that. I don't know how that's a prank, but
Wow.
yeah, that weird shit. I don't know.
He does like I've seen his videos before. He does weird stuff. He does like
John's like, I'm a subscriber. I'm number one fan.
no, because his other like YouTube page like they make fun of him because his pranks quote unquote are like ridiculous, and it's like mommy makeout day is like one of them, and he goes up to like women.
Milfs?
Like MILFs, but with their kid, like, at the beach, and he's like, oh, hey, it's mommy makeout day, can I get a kiss? And then, like, he makes out with the mom, but while the kid's, like, watching, it's, like,
Yeah,
super
keep in mind,
weird.
the mom is holding the kid.
Yeah, like holding.
And he's like full on making out with the mom.
Some of them have been proven to be like they're definitely like a little forced. But if that's real sister, I mean, there's only so much you can.
What did the sister
fake.
do?
I have no idea. I'm not a big like.
The thumbnails look like she's into it.
Oh my god.
And if you like look at this video, they're like going on like full on fucking making out like they're not brothers or sisters.
Okay, well, I have a question. Do you guys have brothers or sisters?
I don't have a sister, and no, I'm not gonna make out with my brother. That's where you're going. That's what you're trying to fucking say.
Cause I see, like, no, not even the thought. You see, this guy had the thought. He had to go through a process to even go to the point where he gonna make out with his sister. So
First of all, how do you even come up with that? Do you go
No,
like,
no, that's what
do you
I'm
go like,
saying.
hey sis, I have an idea. Let's make out. Like, where
I
the
guess,
fuck
like you
does it
said,
even
it's
start?
all for like the
views?
views or something. You know,
Okay.
if you see that, you're gonna be like, "What the like?" You're in a weird way not gonna not click on it or something. You know?
So far he has
so
1.9.
clickbait, you're saying.
So far he has 1.9 million views. He has 9.1 likes and 13 dislikes.
Wow.
I mean, that's a lot of views. That's a lot of money.
That
That's
was
a lot
all
of
John
dough.
right there. No, wait.
It pays the bills. Let's just leave it there.
I'm gonna say like so. John and Christian are to make out right now, so we can get paid.
You know what? This is why Carla isn't coming back. Carla, this is your second strike. You know what? One more strike, Carla, you're out of here.
Wait, no, look at okay. So kissing my actual sister, that's a month ago, and actually the one that you just said that was from a different channel. His channel on the sister one is 7.3 million views. A week ago, he posted one kissing my actual mom prank.
615K views.
Yeah.
1 week.
And the sister one is 7.3.
That's
views
like almost
in a
half.
month.
That's almost half of the amount that No Lube is posting and shit. You know.
39,000 likes on the sister one. 211 dislikes.
And keep in mind, this guy has 3.8 million subscribers.
Jesus.
I just think it's wrong. I don't think.
Let me ask you this, Perdomo. Let me ask you this: will you make out with your brother if he was of age? For
Of age.
let's just say, yeah, because you have little brothers of age, for $1 million.
No, dude. I think I'll have nightmares even about it. Like,
I
no.
mean, that $1 million is gonna erase the fucking nightmares, right? I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but I'm just saying
I
like
feel even like
It'll pay for
our
therapy.
relationship. No. I don't want to go to
you can
therapy.
pay. You can pay for a new brother.
No, like even the relationship would be weird after that. Like you definitely cross a line. Like you can't even see it. You know, like no, like
What about you, Carla? Since you're like money hungry, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, Carla. But what about you, Carla?
Look,
Gold digger.
you know what though? Like, it goes with my philosophy of like everyone has a fucking price.
True.
So I'm not.
What's your price, Carla?
I'm not saying I would. 'cause
$15?
I'm already like I'm grossed. I'm grossed out. Like there's no way. Like there's just no way. Just the thought is just like no. But you know, like you give me like
A cup of Starbucks?
$3 trillion
For over.
like $3 trillion, and I'm like, well, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, cause then like yeah, you're like. There's a lot of things that are, like, you're just scarred, and you're just like, I have to see you the next day, you know what I mean? Like,
What about you, John? How much money does it take for you to make out with your sister?
Like $20.
20 bucks.
Yeah, no.
20 bucks and a 6-pack of Modelo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
6 pack. No, well, I have like 17 sisters, so.
Then
it's
I mean,
like-
those are
no.
17 fucking packs of Modelos right there.
No, yeah, it's really weird. I feel like it's one of those really like. Okay, if we're talking trillions or something, then it's like, all right, we have to like.
consider it.
We're like splitting it up. Like, all right, hey,
let's
if we
go
do
down
this,
to the thousands.
no,
No?
that's
Over
just.
$1 million for sure.
Wait, we're talking like making out or like a kiss on the lips.
Let's just say okay, let's
A
give two
quick
scenarios.
peck.
A quick peck.
Oh, thousands, yeah.
He goes
You know, a
like,
quick peck.
yeah, $15. How about a full-on makeout session?
he's like, I did just do that yesterday, so
Yeah.
we're good.
Shit.
Accidentally.
If we're talking a super quick peck, and you said what, like $10,000
Yes, 10,000.
for a quick peck on the lips, I'm sure they wouldn't have a problem with that either.
Yeah.
Where it's like, right, right.
John, I don't think,
Stephanie's trying to get a house right now, so she would be like,
John, I don't think I feel comfortable sitting next to you anymore.
I'm just saying a quick like.
No, he's like, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm
Someone
just
say
saying.
something,
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
it just be.
Everyone has a price.
Yeah.
Again, that's a really fucking weird one.
It's like I said, it's just the aftermath of like I have to, see you, and like.
I mean, with that money, you can move away. Just
You
saying.
never have to see him again.
Like
Sister was sister.
like I've done, and we're not even getting into the details, but I've done like a strip poker thing, and like the aftermath of that is like fucking weird.
Like, can we ever hang out ever again?
Yeah, like it was like after like the strip poker situation ended.
You shook their hands and you're like, nice meeting you.
Nice
It was
meeting you,
cool.
Like, because I mean, yeah, like it's one of those like I'm drunk, like
And
sure,
that's with
let's
people
play.
that are not your family.
No, not my family.
So it's already. So if it was weird,
it's
just
not
that.
my family. It's people I knew, but I definitely knew afterwards. So it was like after everybody lost clearly, right? And then you had to like pack your shit. You know what I mean? Like, I literally walked out and I'm just like,
Wrong, huh?
yeah, I was like, what did I just do? You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, you just went along with it. And then the next the next point of like, when I see you again, you're just like, I saw you naked, dude. Like, I saw everything. Like, I don't, like, do I look at your eyeballs or like,
Or your other balls.
and it's like the weirdest thing. So I can only imagine like,
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I mean, all I gotta say is, I don't know if you guys know, but Vicente Fernandez and Alejandro Fernandez, they're both singers.
Legends.
It's father and son.
yeah, legends.
They do kiss in the mouth once in a while.
Once in a while.
I mean, if it's once in a while, it's okay, right? No, I'm just saying. I don't know about that one.
But you see,
To be fair, they're always drunk though.
There
yeah,
you go.
yeah. And Alejandro Fernandez's son,
I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
I'm here agreeing to
John-
it. Like,
John-
yeah.
Yeah.
John is like, wait, do you do it drunk?
Yeah, only when they're. Yeah, what?
And Alejandro Fernandez, he has kids of his own, and he also does it with his kids.
I mean,
And-
as long as they're over age, right? Not
I
just
Are
mean-
the kids drunk too? Yeah.
I don't know.
Look, before, like when I was younger, my dad and we used to kiss on the lips, like, but it was like not like make out session. It was like a quick
That's what I'm
peck.
saying. A peck is
When I
like
was
different.
when I was a child, after I started growing up, like it stopped because it's weird.
At what age? Let me ask you this. What
Oh my
age?
God.
I don't know. Like
I don't know. I was like 23. Damn, Carla.
it was like I don't know. I was still like after like elementary, like it stopped. Like I can't remember anything. Like yeah, no. After that,
Interesting. Well, I want to hear like what the listeners have to say. So if you have an opinion on that, just give us a comment,
it's
drop
like,
something.
I'm like John,
What's
right,
your
right,
vibe?
like,
Yeah.
like getting
Your
validation.
vibe.
Like yeah, it was like through elementary school, and then we
Peck
just
or
stopped because
make out?
because then it got like we got older and it got weird. You know what I mean? Like then
Yeah.
you don't do that.
Are you gonna do that with your kids?
No.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess it's
I would
different.
avoid that.
But like the times, right? That's a sign of the times or something.
When was this, Carla? Like back in like 1920s or what the fuck?
I mean, even with my baby niece, like I don't feel like
That's true. Yeah. It's
But,
not like.
but
I
okay,
don't-
okay. Let
I
me
kiss her
ask
on
you
the
this: one.
cheek,
What
and
if
that's
what if it's like a mom kissing a daughter? Does that make a difference?
No, I don't think it's like a difference of whether it's a son or
Like
the mom
gender-wise?
or the dad or the no. I think it's like again, if it's like a peck, that's fine, or it's like your little kid. But if it's like if it's like a 11-year-old and you're like smooching them, that's a
Look,
little
Grab by
weird.
the face.
You know what
Yeah.
though? That brings up I don't know because at work there's been times where I've seen like these grown ass kids all over their parents, and I'm just like, dude, why?
Like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, like why are you all over them right now? Like get out of the bubble.
I don't want to say anything, but they're white.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't agree with you, but they are.
Yeah.
You're right.
You're right. Yeah, like it's been more an attachment situation probably
Yeah.
that they can't like separate. I think, but I don't know. I don't want to make it this like a race thing. I don't, none of that. I'm just trying to say like there should be an age limit.
You're like, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah, right. Not racist.
Let me bring up a controversial like topic:
Okay.
breastfeeding.
Oh.
Are you okay with breastfeeding
I
in
mean,
public?
I don't have a kid,
if you had a fucking kid, Carla?
I mean, personally, if I had a kid,
Because a lot of people are against it.
I'm not against it because I don't think you should shame anybody for doing that. I don't think it's been done a lot, so when it's initially done, you're kind of like, oh, your boob's out. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
Nipple and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at Knott's last week, and then we were in line for like the log ride.
And he was
yeah.
getting breastfed.
Yeah, yeah, I was. Yeah.
He started crying, and
Yeah.
And he kissed his dick.
That's the best I can get. Was breastfed. No, but yeah, there was this girl in front of us, or this woman in front of us, and she was breastfeeding her kid, and then, but like her shirt was up, and like the kid was like breastfeeding.
And John was like, "Do you need help?"
Yeah, I was like, "My turn." No, but it's like, yeah, I didn't feel uncomfortable. It's just like, all right, she's just like one of those people that's cool with it.
Like, it's just like a new thing that like it's starting to happen more and more. That you're just like, oh.
Yeah, she's just, and like if you think like the kid's breastfeeding, so like the boob is still covered. Like it's like the same amount if like you're at the beach and like a chick's wearing a bikini, like the same amount of boob is covered because the head, like the fucking kid's mouth is on it. Like the nip, if that's the big deal, the nipple being shown, the nipple's covered. I think I don't really.
Which
give
is
a
something
shit.
that's interesting. Look, so this is gonna sound kind of weird, but
Because it is.
this is smart.
No.
Oh
Think
my
about
God.
it.
Okay.
Think about it. Okay, why do women get shy when you see them in like their panties and shit and their bra, right? But they're at the fucking beach with a fucking bikini, which is the same fucking shit, and they're okay with it.
Like, well, but I think it depends, like, the context, too. So, like, where are you seeing them not at the beach in their bra and their underwear?
True.
I don't know. Say you fucking like
'Cause
walk in on someone like accidentally.
But, yeah, but that's the same as, like, if you're, like, okay, so if you're at the beach for a guy, you're just in, like, no shirt but your shorts. If someone walked in on you in, like, the restroom with your fucking pants down or you're about to go...
But that's
like,
your fucking pants down. You're not at the beach with your fucking dick hanging out unless it's like
you don't know.
fucking a
Or-
nudist
Well,
beach.
why are you shy?
Yeah, John, why you shy?
Yeah, well, maybe not the restroom thing. I don't know. I feel like it's different. Like, some chicks are shy and some chicks aren't.
I just feel like sometimes, like, all right, so you're wearing a swimsuit, it's thicker than, you know what I mean? Like, it's
No,
meant
but
to,
it's the same
meant to
parts
cover.
are exposed, I think.
Well, for me, I don't wear a two-piece. I wear a one-piece, so that covers my belly and obviously the rest, right? But it keeps my legs open and my arms and, you know, some of the chest area open. But I mean, I still get a little shy. I don't know. You know what? I don't know.
Is that a good question or not?
That's a good question.
That is a great question. Because, I mean, for girls, we have different options, right? So we have the two-piece, one-piece. We got...
No peace.
No, crotchless.
skinny diving.
Okay, so here's a question. I'm just, you know, I'll answer it too, right? So,
Okay.
so you're at the beach. You're wearing a swimsuit, like
Yeah.
complete, right? So it's just one piece,
Yeah.
right? And you feel comfortable, quote unquote,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So then you're somewhere else and you're in your underwear and maybe a tank top
Okay.
that's covering again the same areas, but again now it's just you're just wearing a tank top. It's no bra, nothing, but it's still covering stuff. Do you feel shy, or are you gonna be like, oh shit?
Definitely oh shit. Cause I mean, it's not the time and place for me to
Yeah, I
just
think-
be. It matters where you're at, honestly. So time and place is critical for sure.
Okay, you're at the beach. You forgot your swimsuit, but you have
Mood or
that.
what? Is that what you're trying to ask?
No, I'm just saying, like, do you still feel shy? Because it's a good question. Like, I feel like, I don't know why, but I would still feel shy because
You
it's
busting
not,
Adam and Eve and just to fucking put a
it's
fucking
not,
heat there?
it's not a swimsuit, you know what I mean? Like, and I just don't, you know what I mean? Guys, just the same thing. Like, I feel like, I don't know why we have this stigma over, you can take your shirt off and wear shorts or pants and it's like, it's totally okay. Like, you're not even fucking shy about it. And I'm over here like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I'm in a tank top with no bra.
No, I feel you. Well, about the breastfeeding thing though, the only thing that like different, you know, that's different from a male and a woman is just the boob part. It's not the nipple. If you think about it, we all have nipples.
Yeah. So my thing is also like when people are like, what is it? Again, I'm gonna apologize ahead of time of the lingo that I do or do not know. But like when transgendered remove their their boobs, you know, and now they don't have anything.
Flat chested.
Yeah, but now they're flat chested, and it's like, what's the difference between that and like when you had boobs? You know what I mean? Like, what is it?
Well, that's the whole thing about like what free the nipple, right? It's like it doesn't matter, or whatever. And technically, like biologically or whatever, we're all born like a woman.
Yeah.
That's why we have nipples. Like dudes, like everyone, like starts off as a chick or a female, and then
as a chick, I don't
as
even
like
know.
a female, and then like you develop whatever. So like that's why we have nipples, is because we all started off as like
We're all female at one point.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's like the whole thing, like you're saying, right? Like I guess so. You would be more shy of like the boob instead of just the nipple.
So would you breastfeed?
Yeah, I would breastfeed. Would I be comfortable at first? No.
Maybe it's the same thing about the context, like you said.
Yeah.
So maybe the same thing about with breastfeeding. It's like some chicks might be like more confident, like, oh, I don't care. I'll be like, I'm down to be in my bikini or my bra and panties anytime, anywhere. They're just more confident in their body.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same thing with like breastfeeding. They'll be okay breastfeeding in public because they don't care. But some girls, they just like are whatever with their bodies. It's not just like, oh, I don't want to freak out the guys or whatever. Maybe they're just like, oh, I'm not comfortable showing like even a little bit of my boob or like my skin or whatever.
Yeah.
It is.
Actually,
So-
I have talked to some girls that, you know, are mothers and have breastfed, and at first they always say like, oh yeah, you know, it's like when you first do it, you know, it's like it's weird. You're trying to cover up, right? You have like a blanket over or something like that, and then but once your child is crying and crying, you know, you know they're hungry or something. At a certain point, after you do it so many times, you just whip it out, and then you know,
And okay,
feed
if
your
you
child.
really think about it, there's a lot of pros to it. Like, Advantage helps out their immune system. It allows someone to like grow their fucking brain. A lot of things, and
To be fair,
I
I was
mean,
not breastfed, nor was my
that
sister.
explains a lot, fucking Carter.
Oh my
No, but anyways,
I
look,
wasn't.
You and mom were not breastfed?
Nah. So me and my sister were not breastfed. John, you were not breastfed either.
I wasn't?
wow,
What?
we
Wait.
broke the biggest thing ever. John,
Wait, I wasn't?
Like, I could have sworn
No.
I was.
Oh, I don't
John,
remember.
is that a tear I see coming down your
Yeah.
cheek?
Neither were your sisters, for
Wait,
sure.
what? What does that mean?
It means
You
that
were bottle fed.
I know, yeah. It means we were
means
like
that you were-
genetically modified.
you were
know?
lied your entire life, and you were
Yeah.
born in a little
Dang.
tube.
I mean, it was
Captain America?
It was tried but failed, is what that means.
What is like my on my end or what?
No, it's just like no, because sometimes it's I don't know. I feel like I'm not also trying to shame or whatever. You know, like your sister also was breastfeeding and then she just stopped because it's like it's too hard. It's not just
Because
hard.
she didn't like you. Simple as that. No, I'm just kidding, John.
But like, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. Like the baby doesn't latch on. There's this and that. Like they do say that there's a lot of positives to it.
There's also a negative that a lot of like people that are into child development, they say that it causes attachment. Which
Yeah.
is bad.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of positives as like bonding and nutrients and immune system, and there's the other way is like it's just fucking easier. You know what I mean? And we were talking about like the same as abortion. Like who are we to say whose choice is it or not? So the same thing about the breastfeeding. Like if you don't want to breastfeed, don't breastfeed. Obviously, there's a lot of statistics and people who are grown into smart people who weren't breastfed.
At
so
least
it
you had
doesn't.
the fucking baby.
Yeah. There you go. At least there you go. So I mean, like, does it really fucking matter, like, whether you breastfeed or not? Now it's a matter of like, if you're going to do it, are you going to be out in the open? And the same thing that applies is like, I think after a while, showing your boob is the least of your fucking worries. You have bigger fish to fry, like raising the kid for the rest of your fucking life, than showing your fucking boob.
I mean, you don't have to raise them. No, I'm just playing cards.
Oh my
But
Like, I mean, but, and the sad part is like, you as guys are seeing it like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, whatever, but you don't know what it's like to even get to that exposure level. You know what I mean? Like,
Carla men can breastfeed also. No, I'm just
Yeah.
playing cards. Let's not go there.
you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what, what it's like. Yeah, like, there's just so much into it that you just, oh, it's no big deal. Like, well, it is a fucking big deal because there's a lot of shaming. There's a lot of, like, psychological, mental things that's going through you. Are you good enough? You're not good enough. Are you a good person or not? Because you're trying to raise this child, bond with the child. All you gotta do is just, like, stand there, pat them, and, like, oh, cool. Like, good job. You know what I mean? Like, you don't. Yeah, good job. Like, you know, you're just a cheerleader.
But at
basically,
the end of the day, if you want to breastfeed, go ahead, breastfeed. We don't care.
Like the people, if there are people in like, if you're breastfeeding out in the wild or whatever, like
the wild fucking Pokemon and shit.
Like,
gotta catch them all.
even those people that give like, I think the chances of anyone actually going up to those like to someone and like voicing their opinion is so low. I feel like people just bitch about it on the internet or like do all this stuff.
True.
It's so rare that
It's
someone's
true.
actually gonna call you out in person. So then it's like, at that point, it's like, don't even give a shit, because the chances of someone going up to you are like so slim to none.
Because people are just so fucking like sentimental about everything.
I went to Disneyland
sensitive.
and there was like 4 people breastfeeding in line. I was like, I turned to one, I was like, oh, okay, and I turned, I was like, oh shit, like, was this like, this is the area?
And if
like,
someone makes their face or whatever, let them make their face. Like, until someone goes up to you and says, oh, why are you breastfeeding out here in public or something, I feel it's like, just, you can get away with so much because hardly anybody's gonna tell you anything.
I mean,
if that person's gonna look like a douchebag. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then it's like, you must not care that much because you're not gonna say anything. So if it's not that important to you that you're gonna like stand up and declare like, oh, it's so wrong that you're breastfeeding, then it's probably not that fucking big of a deal.
Yeah.
And I mean, if someone tells you something, you have 2 tits, offer them one.
Squirt them with milk in their face. Get out of here.
But with all that being said, thank you for listening.
yeah,
Like always, thank you for your support. Thank you for everything you guys do.
your milk.
As John said, thank you for your milk. I just wanted to say, if you guys have any comments on it, anything that you disagree with, anything that you agree with, drop a comment. If you like it, give us a like. Do not dislike. Also, yeah. And I just wanted to say thank you to John for coming onto the podcast and
Yeah.
sharing his ideas
John,
on it. Anything, John? Anything you wanna say?
Christian's really enjoyed having another male because he's been shitting on like the last couple of weeks.
And if you want to
having me.
get to know John better, just show up to your local Starbucks at Whittier and maybe you'll see him.
If you have more than 5 drinks, don't go in the drive-thru. Come inside, expedite.
And please, John works really hard, so
Tip.
please don't make
Tip
him.
it. Like, oh, no,
Please
tip.
don't make him do more than he has to do, and
Right,
make
right.
sure you tip him.
Yeah. Tip him. Yeah.
If you guys want to get to know him even better, go ahead and slide into his DMs. Like,
Yeah.
What's your Instagram?
At Just John. It's just John, like the word just and John.
A loyal fan. Also, thank you to Jennifer for coming out again and giving us her opinions on a lot of things.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Wow, Jennifer's getting big on our podcast.
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
think I'm just saying, maybe we kick out Carla and have
I know. Here we
Jennifer
go.
over
I
here.
know. Right.
But as always, Carla, before you plug us in again, thank you one more time. Carla, go ahead and give us our little plug-in.
All right, guys. As always, we want to hear from you guys. Feel free to weigh in and comment on any of our topics today. And while you're there, go ahead and press the like button and subscribe. And you can follow us on social media in Instagram. Go to no.lube.podcast and at Twitter at nolube_podcast.
And if you're interested in knowing what beer of the day is, today we have the Dudes Brewing Company, which presents California IPA. Check them out. We'll probably find them on Instagram and tag them.
Yeah, we'll post it.
And-
We'll post a little picture.
As always, thank you. Christian, signing out. Carla, go ahead.
I'll see you guys next week.
Jennifer
Bye.
and John.
So long.